Hello, everybody. It is Monday, the 30th of January, and I want to talk about this saying that it is the will of the Father that all shall be saved. Now, I keep saying it, and I keep saying to myself, you shouldn't say that because it is a totally stupid thing to say. And it is, actually. You know, you might sit there and say, well, surely that's a wonderful idea. All shall be saved. Yeah? How wonderful and how loving that all shall be saved. The problem with this thought, is that in order for all to be saved, all have to be in danger. For this prophecy that this great Savior will come and save all, for that to come true, the conditions for that have to be here first, and that is all will have to be in danger. And thereby it is a totally stupid thing to say. You know, to me, if we were to create a new will for ourselves, then maybe the better way of saying it is all shall thrive. It is the will of the Father that all shall thrive. That might be a better desire to have than the desire to be saved. Now, it is in this teaching that is so twisted, and I really wish people would see what that teaching is doing to us and how we are completely upside down in our thinking. Yeah? Because for this to happen, yeah, as I said, for this to happen, that the Savior will come, you know, when everything goes belly up around you, lift your head and see that salvation is coming. Why is everything going belly up around you in the first place? What is, you know, you must go deeper and deeper into the darkness so that the glorious light will be there in the end. What is driving you into the darkness? That's the question. And as I said, two wings of the same bird. Those that are driving you into the darkness will be the ones that will come and save you. But this teaching is actually laying the groundworks within ourselves that we are accepting that this is how it is. Yeah, it is the will of God, and therefore it must happen. And we are really going like sheep to the slaughter, either in complete resignation because we think there's this greater force than us that is directing this, or you know, that force is greater than us, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So we are being driven into acquiescence, into acceptance of that is our fate by that teaching. Yeah, and when you think that out there are all possibilities, that this is just one possibility. Yeah, now I don't give a damn whose will it is. It does not have to happen. But we really must see what this teaching is doing to us. How it is twisting the way we think. And I really wish people would wake up. You know, I mean, they're running around saying, you know, we're calling good evil and evil good. Glorify God. No, that is where you're calling evil good and good evil. Because the God of the Bible is the will to have dominion over this world. And he will create man in his image. That will serve him to come to that end result. That he will have dominion over this world. Now, I'm just watching a program with Greg Braden, and I'm going to leave the link for that because he said something really interesting in there about the CO2 levels. And that what the UN or whoever is setting the levels at the moment, I think it's the UN, or UN and World Health Organization together or something, that the levels they are proposing for CO2 in this world, those levels have existed once before, and it was an extremely inhospitable world at that time. It was a very cold world. It was not very good for plants and animals and stuff to thrive. So when they're bringing the CO2 levels down, they are actually creating an inhospitable world where, again, everybody will be in danger and in need to be saved. They are creating that world. And it is this story, and I think we are going around in circles and we are warding it off, or maybe we have not warded it off in times before, because it seems that times came to an end with a cataclysm, yeah, where everything went belly up and then we had to start from the beginning. So I wonder if we can ward it off this time, stop it from happening with our eyes open, knowing what they are doing. And there's just another, as I said, another dimension to this, which might make it an awful lot worse than it is right now on the materialistic level. And that's this idea that we are becoming more spiritual, so to speak. And to me, that is extending our knowledge from just the physical, the five senses, into the energy body. And that we will know through that. And it seems to me that in our development, even as a human being, we are capable of doing something before we're ready to do it. We always do that. As toddlers, we can manage our hands and feet before our brain has got the capacity to know danger. When we come to when we become teenagers, we have the capacity to have sex and produce new life before we have the maturity to even look after that life, most of the time. And it's worse than that. Not only have we got the capacity to do it, we have a strong urge to do it before we're ready to do so. And that is, again, something that seems to be happening at the moment. Yeah, we're waking up to this, all possibilities, before we have got it together, what we should actually do with it, and before we have thought it through. But the urge is so strong that people are being overtaken by it, and they're doing according to it, and honest to God, they have no idea what they're doing. They really have not thought it through. The consequence. Oh, to hell with the consequences. No. So that might, I say, add another dimension to all of this. And in fact, this might be what this has been working toward all the time. Yeah? Because we receive according to what we think we are. We are the energy of what we think we are, and these teachings make us into that energy. We see ourselves in that story, and we're becoming according to that. And we will receive according to what we think we are. That's what's going to happen. So, I think it happened to people before, that their energy spread out and they did contact or came into contact with something that is not yet part of this world, not part of our knowing just yet. Yeah? And then, of course, the human thing, it's out in heaven, fall flat on your face and worship. It's so much greater than us. And now we're becoming according to that. Yeah? And we're saying it's greater just because it's not us. Great should be that which... Knowledge was given to serve, not to rule over. Yeah? But what we find out there, if that does not serve us, we should detach from it. That is not according to this world. And that is not only just us, that is the rest of nature, because we're not the only thing here. But we are the thing that can let things in. So we have not only responsibility for ourselves, but for the rest of nature in what we're letting in. So, but we are letting these things in, and then we say it's greater than ourselves, and then it needs to rule over us, which means we have to change to become according to that, even if it's not according to this world. And then we are becoming the destructive part in this world, because we have taken that on board, and we're becoming according to it. Yeah, if we are the most conscious or the most advanced thing on this earth, and we are the ones with the most responsibility for what it is we're letting into this world. But I say this is what seems to be happening, because the more we become the energy of those other possibilities, the closer they come to us, and it is this thought that the worlds will merge. They will become one. And it is the possibility of this God out there that is coming to save everybody, that is trying to merge with this world. But he's not coming to save, he's coming to rule over. And in order to rule over, we all need to be in need of help. We all need to be in danger. We all need to be in a position where we have to be saved. And there are those that are the image, the desire of this world to come, that are creating those conditions where we are in a situation where we all have to be saved. And then lift up your head and go by that teaching. Know that it is true. Have the desire for it. Have the desire to be ruled over, to be saved. And then the worlds will merge. I mean, whichever way you want to see that, if you want to see it just on, purely on the physical, it's bad enough. You know? But if you want to add that other dimension to it, then we're in far greater danger than we even realize. Anyway, we must start standing here saying, I am that I am. I am a human being. And the Creator will give to me. He doesn't judge me. Yeah? And I should create that which, yeah, well, it will cause an expansion to us, but in a way that is not destructive, but that is an enhancement. Yeah, that will make life better. Not we have to beat ourselves into a pulp and become something that can serve something else. Knowledge is given to serve us, not so we turn ourselves into something else so that that knowledge can rule over us. But we must really, first of all, see what that book actually says. You are calling good evil and evil good. You are. You have it completely upside down. Yeah, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son and nailed him to a cross. Sorry, darlings, if somebody came to my doorstep declaring his everlasting love for me by slaughtering his Son on my doorstep, yeah, I would not go in awe of his love. I would say that guy needs help. But that is my truth. That is the truth of a human being. We would not see that as love. We would see that, if it was stood in our truth, we would say there's something completely deranged out there. Yeah? And we were being told to say, glorify it. You're the one that's at fault. You're just not understanding. You're the one that is too stupid to understand how that is love. You're not. You are your own truth, and in your truth, that is not love. That is something that is completely deranged, that is trying to come in. And we should stand against it out of our own truth, knowing that that is not love. Anyway, I hope any of this made sense, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.